Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the blue Wehrmacht force. We've got Zeuski. No idea how to properly pronounce that. Spawn on the south side as the red Soviets. We've got DoubleDare. It's a DoubleDare, no double dog dare, just a DoubleDare. We have doctrines. We've got immediate doctrine selection of the Ostrupen doctrine. So this is going to be Iron from Ostrupen. It's going for Grenadier first. Overall, Grenadiers are just generally better. And since they're in the same tech structure, there's very little reason why to go for Ostrupen versus Grenadiers. Back when it used to be just a simple call-in ability, it was very nice, so you don't have to build tier 1. If it was like a tier 0 deployment, that would have been perfectly fine. But of course, the last patch of the game had to screw up the doctrine. You do also have access to the Stugs and Pack 43s. You did lose the Assault Officer as well when it comes to the Defensive Community Doctrine, not the Ostrupen Doctrine. Either way, same problem with the Ostrupen. In this doctrine, you also get the Pack 43 and Stug, which does complement each other. One's anti-infantry, one of them's anti-vehicle. One's somewhat anti-infantry, someone's very anti-vehicle. And we do also have the Build Faster Bulletin for the Pack 43s. This is quite nice. Pioneers did pull back there a little bit. It looks like the Commissioners got too close to the Pioneers. Should have just been a move forward. Doesn't matter if you capture the fuel sector. Win the fight means he gets decaptured either way. Conscripts do manage to flank the MG42, forcing them back, or at least into the garrison. Grenadiers behind some good heavy cover there. MG42 does slip the garrison, but will probably need to fall back, get reinforced. Does fall back nice and early to the conscripts. News in bad position, so just fall back now. He got pain onto the MG42. And pain well received, or not well received. Conscripts moved along the flank. We do have combat here. Too early for medics. You could eye for the advanced warfare doctrine, which it could go for shock troops, that's shock frontline army, and the Soviet shock army. So two doctrines of shock troops. The advanced warfare does give you some PPSH conscripts instead. And it's better to go for that doctrine early because of radio intercept. Conscripts do get inside the garrison. There is a bit of heavy cover there, though I'm not really sure if point blank really does properly apply when units inside the garrison. Could be a good spot for the Pioneers to fire away from. We do now the Grenadiers behind some light cover, so it's Conscripts. Conscripts already dropped the model, but the Conscripts get a good amount of volley damage. Well, it seems like the Conscripts are hardly taking any damage there.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
I still actually don't know who wins that fight. It feels like Conscripts are winning that fight. Conscripts here do get suppressed by the MG42 in negative cover. And Conscripts get outside the garrison. Grenadiers get behind some good heavy cover. Heavy cover is better than garrison cover. Technically the Conscripts I think won, but there's no real winner to that fight. We do have a Soviet landmine in the middle of the map, declaring that land as mined.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Single Pioneer. And make that two Pioneers. Can't do much versus this Combat Engineer. He's out of range the, Oh, actually, as that guy died, he actually... the reinforcements radius is based on the leader. Good to know. Because you saw he got reinforced when the decorator moved to the model. We got the defensive fortifications ability available for the Wehrmacht player. Commandos falling back. Conscripts ×3, hitting the Grenadiers in negative cover. It'd probably be best for the Conscripts to charge forward, overrun the Grenadiers. Does get one model before falling back. Probably best case scenario for those Grenadiers. Grenadiers get some negative cover shots there. Fall back to the truck and just truck away.
We are losing a sector.
No medics yet. 5 conscripts. Tier 2? Not like we want to see any, what's we call it? Maxims or mortars. Probably Zeuski guns later on. And he looks like he's sort of not paying attention. He may lose that does lose the conscript squad.
Infantry has been killed.
Oh well, he has replacements. At this current, it's probably good to go for advanced warfare for the PPSHs. This map's not really a PPSH map though.
Territory.
IS-2s wouldn't be half bad. Soviet shock army, I don't think you can really afford 120mm mortar with this many conscripts in the field. So maybe IS-2 is the best call. Stealth AT gun's always very nice. Grenadier does have a bit of a late retreat there.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory. This now belongs to the people and workers of the Soviet Union.
Combat engineers booting a tier 3. Doesn't really have the manpower to support any assets there. Doesn't have fuel for it either. Going for more wire there. Did receive some damage in combat, but nothing too significant. Conscripts are nice and close, so this fight will very likely go in favor of the conscripts. Plus, there's also a flanking squad of conscripts. Grenadiers do get forced back by the MG42. And there's that two. Oh no, there's actually 3 grenadiers right there. My bad. No, just 2. I may have highlighted a 3rd one. This probably this guy back here. When I did this, I saw 3 grenadier. I highlighted. No LMG upgrades on the grenadiers as well.
That's everyone. Grenadiers ready. Pioneers have finished. Grenadiers. We have secured the sector. You need fire support?
MG42 sitting up, covering the central VP that's currently captured to his opponent. Comm engineers booting landmines. He does get spotted there. Stops building it, not canceling it, so he wants to continue building it. There's a minesweeper here. Does spot the landmine there. Pioneers can probably go straight to the landmine, be just fine. Pioneers going straight for landmine. You can clean it up while in the construction state. I can't tell you if that got canceled or not. I wasn't paying attention to the missions there. But it can get disposed of by the opponent's engineers and pioneers. Grenadiers engaging the conscript. Pioneers here as well. Got these conscripts pushing forward. Multiple LMGs now being deployed in the field. That squad is very willing to fall back sooner or later. Pioneers taking some damage. Ooh, that squad gets wiped out. So we've got this 3-man squad here, and this 4-man pioneer or conscripts can't do much with the LMG Grens. This guy's still behind the line. T-70 being built. Rifle grenade. He does dodge. Does eat a shot, and 1 guy remains. Grenadiers here. Not Grenadiers, conscripts. And the conscript squad here is falling back. Oh, looks like he did lose another squad somewhere, so we lost 2 squads of conscripts. Building more wire there, making great use of the defensive fortifications ability. Conscripts and combat engineers push forward, immolated. Water does reduce damage received from flamethrowers. Not by much. And if you're in water there, you're probably getting ripped apart by the bolt action rifles either way. T-70 now deployed in the field. 2-2. It's pretty late 2-2. He has actually 100 fuel in the bank. Probably just go for battle phase 2 and should have probably rushed out the Stug E rather than go for 2-2. Soviet landmine there. Does a pretty good shot there. ×2. Pack forward in the build queue. Does get suppressed there. Both squads need to fall back. Both squads do fall back. That conscript squad is quite wounded. Do we have medics here? Yes, we do. And no, Maxim being deployed on the field. Interesting. 2-2 firing away with its autocannon.
MG squad awaiting orders.
Does take a pen there. MG42 still firing away against the conscripts. Taking some pens there. Pack 40 rolls a miss there. And falling back there. 2-2 getting repaired on up. 3 grenadiers still alive. 2 of them upgrade LMGs. Has 66 munitions, so good eye for one more LMG. Can get the LMG in the last squad, I should say now. Conscripts are very stacked up, which means splash damage from the autocam could be very significant. T70 gets a good shot there. And looks like a shot on the Pioneers. Pack 40 rolls a miss. Pack 40 so far has not been great. Oh, we got another spam bot. The spam bots lately have been very broken, where it doesn't give you much information. I'll worry about it later. Don't want to alt-tab in the game. Maybe I should add an automod to automod triple asterisks. I could try that. SU-76 now on the build queue, which not really needed. Interesting is going for that. He has selected the Soviet Shock Army, the least important of the 3 doctrines as I thought. Maximum fire rate does suppress the Grenadiers.
SU-76 ready for action.
We do now Stug E, a short-barreled Stug, now deployed in the field. I guess SU-76 should be pretty useful against the Stug E. Does take a pen there from the SU-76. The Stug E does have less health. 120 times 3. No, looks like we'll take it out in 5 shots, not the usual 6. Grenadiers engaging the conscripts. Stogie gets a decent shot there onto the conscripts. Conscripts are falling back. Does get a pen there on the Stug E. 2 more pens, it's on 4. T-70 getting some shots on the MG. Decides to fall back away from the SU-76. T-70 being pursued with Panzerfaust does not get one off. Conscripts hitting the Grenadier.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Stuggy range a little bit short there.
Enemy forces are securing our
2-2 push right forward, peppering up the conscript squad there. Goes for Ural there, hit the 2-2 with a AT grenade. It's not really that important there. Because if any of the vehicles try to overrun and destroy it, it would probably baited towards Pack 40. The Pack 40 has not been reliable this game so far for him. I cannot speak, can I? Shtugi gets a nice little hit there.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Does find the Maxim there. Stugis can start barraging that structure. Ooh! Great shots out of Stugi. Knocks out the Maxim. I think that was the first time the Maxim saw combat. And it was also the last time it saw combat. Zis guns are probably going to be necessary for the Soviet player. Ironically, a secondary Su-76 wouldn't be half bad right now. Su-76 at least had a high explosive barrage there, and the Soviet player has over 400 munitions, so you can start using the light artillery barrage in the Su-76s. The counter Su-76s, his opponent could go for the Pak-43. T-7 engaging, got some hits on the Stugi. Stugi is rotating around. Molotov is thrown there. Su-76 getting some point-blank shots. Su-76 gets hits there on the 2-2. No hit there on the Su-76. And conscripts do get fully wiped.
Attempting to steal our sector.
Conscripts on top of that point. Stug E is trying to respond. VP is quite even right now. Slight advantage for the Wehrmacht player, but he does have double capture against him at the moment. Small splash hit there. Stugi pursuing that conscript squad. Central VP has been captured. Grenadiers MG42 advancing. Getting some rounds. Hits the Zis gun. T-70 Su-76 straight forward. May see a light artillery barrage. Rifle grenade onto the Su-76. Pen there from the Su-76. Getting some hits there. This Stugi does unfortunately want to have access to the heat shell in case the Soviets get a little bit too cold. Shock troops deployed in the field, going for a artillery strike on their retreat path. I don't know how effective it will be. Getting some great hits on the shock troops. Shock troops need to fall back. Goes for an LMG on one of those Stugs. Stugi does take some damage there. And one does get abandoned. Pak-40 connects onto T-70. The Pak-40 is on up. Misses there. Su-76 going for our HE barrage. Knocks out one of the Pak guns. Zis gun can shoot Zap tank. They can take time to pick up the Pak-40 at it. Gets a pen there. Su-76 could finish off. Grenadiers trying to engage the gun. Does take the Zis gun. Recruits Pak-40. S76 takes some hits there, double tapped. And S76 goes down, gets trapped by the forest. T-70 pushes backwards, 2-2 trying to pursue. 2-2 can finish off, it is very wounded. One more pen may finish off. And the T-70 goes down to the 2-2. Another SU-76 on the build queue. He has quite a bit of fuel, but if both players want to spam out these lighter vehicles, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's definitely unique and entertaining to say the least. Grenadiers here. Maxim there for maximum firepower. And the 2-2 starting to fall back. Another Zeuski gun being deployed in the field. We do have another Ostwind. Double pack 40 there. We do have the Pioneers being deployed in the field. Shock troops and conscripts hitting the Grenadier.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Conscripts do get suppressed. We do have another Su-76 here. Double pack 40. And now we do have a proper Panzer IV now on the build queue. Which the Su-76 is still reasonable versus the Panzer IV. Just lacks damage, has reasonable range, firepower, and pen. Just lacking the damage. Takes about, what, 6 pens to take out a Panzer IV. Each shot does 120, the Panzer IV has 640.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Shock troops do get peppered up a little bit.
The enemy still has 300.
Shock troops pushing on the flank. You have another artillery barrage being brought in. That's the last of some spare munitions. Still firing away. And those Panzer IV does get peppered up there a little bit. Shock troops now falling back. Shock troops better get knocked out.
Forces are capturing our supplies.
And shock troops do get knocked out.
Troops have been lost.
Couple pens there onto the Stug E. All the stuff needs to start falling back. Stug E takes the pen there. Stug E goes down. S76 on the flank. Almost efficiency 1 now. One more pen and that 2-2 will go down.
HMG crew is ready. AT gun is ready for combat. Awaiting command. Supply sector under attack.
This gun pushes his way forward. Another squad of shock troops deployed in the field. Howdy.
Field gun standing by.
Landmine incomplete. Could be cancelled. MG42 getting suppressed. Grenadiers advancing along the flank. Rifle grenade firing. Gets a good hit there. We do have another HE barrage from the S76 trying to hit the Grenadiers. Panzer IV does not pick off the Maxim. Flamer engineers. This gun hits the Panzer IV. Immolating the Grenadiers. Comm engineers need to fall back. Comm engineers drops a flamethrower. The flamethrower, of course, throws flames. And picks up the flamethrower there. Not a flame werfer, which can werf flammen. But it's a flamethrower, can still throw flames. We do have now the 2-2, takes a bit of damage there. S76 gets a pen there. Panzer IV takes another pen there. One pen's done for. Shock troops could potentially throw a frag on top of the 2-2 and may knock it out. S76 pushing on the flank. Pioneers trying to pair this up. Rear armor here, so no arm bounce chance. Smoke does lose shock troop.
We have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Is this gun trying to pursue this guy here? Does not actually properly engage. Takes a pen. Conscript 4, that Grenadier needs healing. You have another Panzer IV in the build queue. That seems like a good sign for a rifle grenade. Rifle grenade being fired. Explodes for quite a bit of damage and dead. One conscript remains for the Soviet player. Wehrmacht players are playing stuff. Oh, that's not a Panzer IV, that's a Stug G. And since it's only S76 available, he doesn't really need a Stug G. And plus he has 2 Pak 40s. Also going for a sniper, interesting option. His one's going for another Maxim. So the player has quite a bit of fuel there, so could have been teching up.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat.
We do have, is that Tellermine? We got a Tellermine being established now. Interesting option. Su-76s and T-70s have been crossing that spot quite a bit, so that's not a bad spot. Just an unusual one.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Maxim straight forward, Pioneers there. Grenadiers suppress. Surprise, they're behind heavy cover. Pioneers do fall back there. Wehrmacht sniper firing away. Seeing how little squads his opponent has, the sniper is probably going to be quite effective. Takes out the gunner. Last man. Make it picked off.
We have lost a machine gun crew.
Panzer Grenadiers in the build queue. Interesting. Stug G trying to engage the Maxim. Pen there from the Zis gun. Rifle grenade hits the Maxim. Grenadiers will pick it off as well. Stug G does fall back in time. Su-76 could take it out. Double Pak 40 there, plus that Tellermine, which he does not know about. Double pen there, Su-76 falling back. Oh, that's the Grenadier with the flamethrower. Throwing some flame.
Our AT guns have been neutralized.
Artillery barrage there on top of the Pak 40s, but looks like he does largely avoid it. He did detonate the landmine there. Let's capture the sector there. Right now, there's a capture in favor of the Soviet player. Has quite a bit of VP advantage. Would it be possible to enable dubbing on your other languages? I think people usually say it's best to turn that off because automatic dubbing has, I've heard, cause a lot of issues. I could probably put up a poll on YouTube. I've been told it's better actually to leave that off. Though I think you should be able to at least turn on manual dubbing. That should always still be a possibility. I think I just heard auto dubbing by default state is a bad idea. I'll look into it. Su-76 going for a high explosive barrage, taking some hits there.
Supply lines have been cut.
Does splash that MG a little bit. Does take a pen there. SCP-60 needs to stop throwing high explosive rounds. Up north, we do have the shock troops getting pinned down by the MG-42 and getting hit by a whole bunch of stuff. Pack 40 needs repairs. Could probably take time just to repair it up for this other Pioneer squad. Soviet landmine has been swept, just needs to be cleaned up. It is, of course, incomplete.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Yep. You may be able to manually turn on setting. I think the dubbing is something that's just always available, just the automatic default state. Really, like I said, I just need to double check. Zeuski or S76 push forward. Trying to hunt down something. Stug G has plenty of health. Does take a pen there. Pack 40 sends a pen. Pack 40 sends a pen. Pack 40 may finish it off. Does not finish it off. 2-2 still alive. Conscripts falling back. It may be something that's not really available on live streams, though. It could be the thing as well, where that's something only for established videos rather than live streams. Yeah, like I said, I need to take a look at it. Grenadiers catch the fuel sector. Maxim firing away. Grenadiers heading down south. Do you have the Maxim getting immolated now? Does put a round into the sandbags. The high explosive barrage, trying to deny the heavy cover. Does splash the Grenadiers a little bit.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Another Zis barrage raining on in. Hits the Grenadiers. Shock troops force back the Grenadiers. Conscripts and combat engineers push forward, hitting the Panzer Grenadiers.
Supply sector under attack.
Commandeers and conscripts hitting the Pioneers. MG42, no, that's the capture of Maxim sitting on up. Does put a volley there. The conscripts, of course, in negative cover, so they take extra suppression. Pioneers will probably generally be able to hold the line as they're suppressed like that. Soon to be pinned.
A sector has been cut off.
We do have the fuel cycle catching up. Shock troops moving around.
HMG crew is ready.
Flamer Grenadiers advancing.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Oh, looks like the Wehrmacht player, Austere player, has the tier 4 build. We may see a Brumbar. We've got a T-70 in the build queue. Nobody expects a 33-minute T-70. Panzerwerfer, so at the same time, there's a T-70 and Panzerwerfer on the build queues at the same time. Interesting. The Soda player is not teched up. I guess he's just having fun with tier 3, not eyeing for any tier 4.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. We may be small, but we're fast.
Conscripts hitting the Pioneers.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Pioneer has taken some damage there. We do now have the Grenadiers getting hit. T-70 is about to get knocked out. Stug G does not finish him off, gets out of range. Pack 40 heading forward. Grenadiers have taken some damage. You got the Zis barrage there trying to hit the sniper. Got a good rounds on the Maxim. Maxim falling back with one man. Over here, do you have the Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers with flamethrower pushing on the flank. Another round of shock troops, and immediately finds the MG42. SSM-6 gets a pen there onto the Stug. Another pen down the Stug. Stug goes down a little bit foolishly. SSM-6 does fall back. This gun's a falling back spell. Panzer for barrage. Depending where it lands, could get some good work done. Just I thought it landed where the Zis guns were. Good dodge there. Shock troops man avoids the shots as well.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. Shock troops have arrived.
Pioneers capture the munitions sector.
The sector is at risk.
Capture these sectors now.
We are taking losses.
Shock troops push way forward, trying to hit the Pioneers. Pioneers are falling on back. And the artillery barrage, one of the flares landed right there, so I'm actually... Interesting shot that feels like it hit directly inside the forest. Shock troops push way forward. Shock troops now pushing the wave backwards. And they may get wiped out here. Maxim firing away. Good shots there onto the conscripts.
We are losing territory. Shock troops have arrived.
You now have the T-70 pushing along the flank. Good pen there onto the T-70. Inch 40 firing away. Do you have a Panzerwaffe barrage raining on in? I'm guessing right around here. Yep. Well, to a close range as well. Wipes out the Maxim. Severely wounds the shock troops. Is this gun going to fly artillery barrage somewhere?
Enemy forces are attempting to
And the Grenadiers going to the central VP. This gun can't do much. This is not the one that's crewed with combat engineers. The one's crewed with combat engineers is actually a pretty good defense crew, since combat engineers have good rifles, particularly for the Maxim or any MG where you have 5 guys rather than 4 guys firing. Decently trying to fire away. Panzerfaust and Pack 40 connect at the same time, and another shot does rain a little bit short. MG is falling back. Triple shock troop now deployed in field.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Wehrmacht player is actually pretty low in fuel still. I'll say the next item should be a Brumbar. Grenade there eats the Panzer Grenadiers quite a bit.
Establish our supply lines.
Triple capture for the Wehrmacht player at the moment. Pioneers now falling back. Grenadiers are falling back. We do have now the shock troops. Oop, they may have accidentally vaulted over.
And defeat.
He throws a smoke grenade there, trying to get the point decaptured, but he might actually be a bit stuck there. Panzerwaffe barrage somewhere. I think it's actually over here. No, they were really stacked up, so they explode. Commandeers and conscripts over here. This gun gets a pen. Pack 40, and Stug does not get shot off. SSM-6 goes down.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina. Fall back! Fall back! Under attack!
Almost got a shot in the Panzerwerfer. How did that Zeuski get there? Oh, the game paused. I think the Soviet player backed out of the game now. Usually, if that happens, one player backed out of the game. Yep, and the Soviet player is out of the game. This Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay.